Hello everyone and welcome back to the Deercast. Today we're here at the Holland Holland shooting ground just inside the M25. Very grateful to Holland Holland for the invite, and we're here today to do a bit of filming and test some bits and bobs and bring you guys some exciting new things. So everyone, we're here at the Holland Holland shooting range, very excited. We've got Ed here as our lead instructor to try and guide us a little bit through what we're going to do this morning.
Keyword being try.
Ed, do you want to talk us through what the sort of deer stalking course, how that's going to work today?
Yeah, so we're going to start off with a nice shot at 50, or a few shots at 50 on a deer target, which you'll see behind.
Yep.
We will go through all of the basics, everything from start to finish, checking the barrels clear, getting used to our trigger pulls. We'll have a few shots on obviously a deer target and a zeroing target to try and make our shots as consistent as possible, because it's a 3-hour course. At the end of the 3 hours there is a practical test which needs to be passed 100%, otherwise we'll be failing. No one's failed yet though. That is the key.
You haven't met us yet.
This is also true, hence the keyword try.
Yeah.
Try and show you. And yeah, we'll do then another few shots at 100 prone, lying down.
Brilliant.
As well on both targets.
So you're sort of covering all the aspects of what you might encounter as a deer stalker. You know, you're kind of new to stalking or new to shooting. You can come here and sort of try firing a rifle for yourself, try all of the different positions that you might encounter in the sort of field.
Absolutely. So we'll get you to shoot off bipods, off a beanbag, off sticks. We also have something we call the low seat, which we can also get you shooting from as well.
And that's the sort of simulated high seat?
Yes, absolutely. Same seating position, but obviously it's just on the ground, so you can shoot down the 100-yard safely.
And rifle-wise, we're going to be using this?
Yes, Holland Holland 308 Mauser action. Beautiful gun.
I was going to say, look at a rifle like that, you can't miss with something that looks this beautiful.
Oh no, our guns never miss. It's the operator.
Yes. And chamber 308?
Chamber 308, absolutely.
Yep. A nice Swarovski sight on the top?
Yes, absolutely. Crystal clear, by all means. Yeah. We'll have a look and see what we can do.
So there you go, guys. Wish us luck. We're in Ed's capable hands, and apparently no one's failed this course before, so here we go.
And there's a lot of history here as well. Obviously, this is where we regulated snipers for the British forces, so in the Second World War. So shoot straight in. Get your inner sniper out.
Brilliant. So we're back here at the 50-yard range on this handy little shooting platform, and I understand as part of the deer stalking sort of course you kind of start here at 50 yards and work on your breathing and that sort of thing, and you would instruct?
Absolutely. So yeah, we're back here now. We will have a couple of dry fires so you can get used to the trigger pulls on the rifle. First things first is also we would like to take the bolt out, make sure our barrels are clear.
Yep.
There you go, just good practice and all of that. And then yeah, we would have our sort of 3, maybe 4 shots at the deer target.
And what are you sort of looking for a new client who's coming and starting to shoot? What are the things that you typically find they need to sort of work on to start with?
Trigger anticipation. There's a lot of flinching. They're obviously worried if they haven't done much shooting before, you know, of the recoil of the gun. Sure. Smacking them about a bit. So getting their breathing all controlled. Yep. And squeezing the trigger helps sort of relax the body out a little bit more, sort of making them have a much more consistent shot.
Brilliant.
So, we've we've each just had a couple of shots, 50 yards, with this beautiful Holland Holland.
Well, I'm glad you like it.
I mean, my God, I'm probably going to run away with it.
I'll chase you down the driveway, don't worry.
Excellent. Chambered in 308. I mean, I've said before, but the action is incredibly smooth on this.
Incredibly smooth. So it's the Mauser patented action. I mean, it's been the most popular kind of hunting action, especially for your London rifles and your big game rifles, you know, kind of since the First World War.
Yeah.
It's stood the test of time, and there's a reason. It's so smooth, it allows for a little bit of relief, so if you get some dust or kind of grime in the action, if you're out in Africa or something, you're still going to be shooting smooth and great. You know, when it really counts, when you've got that cat coming towards you or something, this is what you want.
What you want.
So
chambered in my favourite caliber 308.
Yes.
And I was slightly nervous because you can probably see on film unmoderated,
Yep.
and I was thinking, my God, we've got a day shooting this beast. We're going to get kicked around a bit. But actually, having fired a couple of rounds with it, I'd say it's very similar to my rifle with a moderator on.
very smooth. I mean, as you say, we were discussing balance earlier. These rifles do have an element of weight in them to allow them to absorb a bit of recoil, but you find all that weight is in the centre mass of the gun. The stock also shows, you know, the way this gun has been stocked with the slight Monte Carlo there. Everything is designed just to make it as comfortable to shoot as possible. So we're going to have you guys having a go, kind of scope off now, going really classic stalker off the
Okay.
sticks.
Yeah. I didn't realise that's what we were going to do. I'm now slightly nervous because my shooting through a scope quite confident. Haven't done iron sight since I was sort of in the cadet force at school, so this is going to be interesting.
I mean, Lee Enfield's then, now we're on to Mausers.
Yeah. And then after that, we're going to take this back to 100 yards,
Yep.
aren't we?
Well, we'll leave you in the hands of EB because he's the boss out here.
Okay. So we're back at 100 yards.
Back at 100.
What's the plan?
So we are going to more or less do what we did at 50. We're going to draw our line on the back of the shoulder of the road here. Okay, halfway up, just back.
Yeah.
Same principle as what we did at 50. Control our breathing. Nice, relaxed squeeze of the trigger. Yeah, we'll have a couple of shots and then see how you do.
Perfect.
So Charlie said we can't leave without trying to take the scope off and use the iron sights. So we're going to have a bit of a go at that. We should just say about these mounts that they are absolutely beautifully made. And the way in which they actually come off the rifle is quite ingenious, really. So you sort of flick this little lever across, and then you hold the front of the scope and apply some pressure, and then that's it. Simple as that. Should go back to zero afterwards, guaranteed every time, Charlie tells me. So re-attaching it is as simple as that. But we're obviously going to try it just with the iron sights. So yeah, we'll give that a go and see how we get on.
Okay, so we are going to have a couple of shots now at our deer target, but obviously iron sights.
Brilliant.
We want to get our foresight, okay, lined up with this thing.
Yep.
Okay. Same again. We want to be leaning forward. Try not to slouch back.
Yep.
Squeeze the trigger. Okay.
Sure. Brilliant.
You happy with that?
Yep.
Give you some bullets.
Okay. Okay, we're live.
Very smart.
That would be a very dead roebuck. Textbook. Happy with that.
So we've been out on the rifle range with you, been in the shooting cinema as well, been really, really lucky. We've sort of experienced elements of the Holland Holland Deer Stalkers course, but it'd be really great to learn from you just a little bit more detail about if someone was going to come and book onto this course, what you'd expect to cover with them.
Yeah, absolutely. So as you can see here on the display, we've got section 1 through to 3, which are all done on individual hour sessions. Everything from rifle handling to checking proof marks, making sure that you've got the right rifle for the right ammunition, and all of the health and safety things that go with it, like checking the bore is clear, handing someone a rifle that is obviously unloaded, the correct ways of carrying them, and just all around basic use. Quite a lot of the first hour is actually done in here, with just handling of the gun, putting it in and out of the slip, making sure they got used, putting the bolt in the right positioning, keeping your ammunition well away, well separate. And then we would, towards the end of the first hour, go up to the rifle range and have a couple of shots at 50, get used to trigger pulls like we did earlier, controlling breathing and everything like that, giving us a good foundation to work off towards the second and third session, finishing off with a practical test, shooting test on 3 different targets from 3 different positions, and then a small theoretical test as well.
Yeah. And so this course is sort of precursor to DSC 1, or do most people sort of do this and then go straight into their DSC 1 assessment, or sort of where does this get pitched?
I'd say most people that are actually looking to get their licensing, quite a lot seem to want to prove that they've done some form of higher learning regarding shooting with rifles, getting into a position, as it were, when they're, comfy and they feel like they've got the experience to then apply for their license. We do very rarely get the people that want to do their DSC 1 and potentially come here to do that, but this is literally from scratch, no experience, up to making a safe and humane shot when you do eventually start going out stalking. So it's more of a from start instead of sort of midway through to finish.
And all these courses are run here at the Holland Holland shooting ground?
Absolutely, yeah.
Amazing.
So all done on the 100-yard range outside.
Fantastic. And what facility it is, we should say, having spent the day here. So if people want to put themselves onto this, I want a little bit more information, best place to go online on the
It's
website?
online on the website, on the Holland Holland website. Would be the best place.
Fantastic. There you go, everyone. Thank you very much to Holland Holland for hosting us today. And if you would like to put yourselves onto the course or learn a little bit more information, check out the website. We'll put a link in the description below. Hello everyone, we've just concluded our day's filming here at Holland Holland. We've been incredibly lucky. We've gone on the indoor shooting cinema, we've been on the outdoor range. We haven't had time to do some clay shooting here, but they've got an amazing clay setup here. We've also had a really good chat with the team here about the deer stalking course they do, and just all the amazing services they do. We've got to really extend our thank you to Holland Holland for hosting us.
Absolutely.
It's been an absolutely incredible day. Anyone who's nearby or even just thinking of coming here, it's definitely well worth the trip. Have a look at the website. We'll put a link in the description below, and stay tuned for some more videos. And as per usual, please remember to comment, like and subscribe.